Hello, BookTube, and this will be the fifth and last, it should be, video of my Masters of Cinema Blu-rays and one DVD that I have on the shelf here. When I say four and fifth, because I did a supplement or a second video for the silence, so it was like 1B video, and I hope if I have time at the end, I'm going to add in, I've got a few of the Eureka Classics, which was another line that was started, I think, in the late 2000 teens, and I've got a few of those as well. Not all that I want, but I've slowly bought a few of them. So let's get to these now. Another Pasolini film, The Gospel According to Matthew. This is Italian, Italy. What's the date? 1964. And it's spine number 33. Let me see if I can get these so I can set these down. Here's one by a film director that is interesting. Let's put it that way. I'm not quite sure of him yet. I want to re-look at some of the material. He's an odd director. Or to me, an odd director. And that's Nicholas Roeg. And this is Eureka. And this was 83. Yeah, I think it's 1983. God, it's such small print. And yeah, I know nothing of this one, to be honest. It's Gene at least I don't remember it anyway. Gene Hackman, Rutger Hauer, Teresa Russell, and Mickey Rourke. I'm not... yeah, it's 1983. I'm not that familiar with it, but this was extremely cheap, so I thought, yeah, I'll take a look at it, because it's being Masters of Cinema. It'll have all the extras, so that's what makes it interesting, and it might change my opinion of him as a director. And here's another non-English one, Gate of Hell. It's a Japanese film, 1953. It's directed by Tenosuke Kinisgaza. I'm sorry, I not even coming close to that, I'm sure. Let's put it up here so you should be able to see it down at the bottom here. Turn it here. Not sure if that's that clear. Yeah, that's a little better. Let's get back to the spine numbers, which I didn't do. I think I did for Matthew. The spine number of Eureka is 132. And the spine number of Gate of Hell is number 40. And here's Masaki Kobashi, I think that's better, yeah. Masaki Kobayashi. Sorry, it's hard to pronounce these names for me. Masaki Kobayashi. That's it, I think. Kawaden. And I've heard a lot about this. I've not seen this. A friend of mine says it's quite good. And this 1964, Japanese, obviously. And it is spine number 228. This one, I remember being an interesting film. I saw it a long time ago. Director I know nothing about. It's Italian. It's La Notte. It's Michelangelo Antonio. Antoinette and Antononi. Antononia, I guess it is, yeah. And this is 1961, and spine number 47. I just remember it being interesting. So definitely worth seeing it. Oh, this is a fabulous film noir with one of my favorites, Edward G. Robinson, The Woman in the Window. It's a Fritz Lang film noir. It's fabulous. It's with Joan Bennett as well. Just a fabulous film. 1944. It's spine number 204. Try to see. Well, there's also Raymond Massey's in it. Dan Duryea, as usual. He's always in these films, isn't he? Trying to see if it was. Nunnally Johnson. It was produced and written by Nunnally Johnson. Yeah, so it wasn't based on a text of any sort. And here's another film by Masaki Kobayashi, Harakiri, Japan, 1962. And that's spine number 20. This I liked at the time, but again, it's like I haven't seen it for many years. And again, like a lot of this is, I think the choosing of films for Masters of Cinema are pretty good. Like there's good reasons for most of them, and for me to revisit stuff or to look at stuff new that I'm not sure of, that's the place that I go to. I'll say this over, and I've probably said it several times on the videos as well. It's because of the extras. I like delving into the background, the commentaries, and reviews or essays about the film or actors or director. And this is with this one that off the top of my head, I wouldn't say it's a great film, but I remember enjoying it a lot, so I want to revisit it. And that's 3 Days of the Condor. It's Sidney Pollack. Direction, Robert Redford, Faye Dunaway, Cliff Robertson, and Max von Sydow, who all fabulous actors. And that's 1975, and that's spine number 128. And here's an interesting adaptation of the book, which could very well be book to film. It's The Spy Who Came In From the Cold, Richard Burton, and it's got the slip sleeve as well, and that's 1965, and it's there's Sam Wanamaker, Cyril Cusack, Peter Van Eyck, ones that I know off the top of my head. Produced and directed by Martin Ritt, not a director that I am wholly familiar with, I do admit, but I'm not 100% sure I've actually seen this version. I'm quite sure I have at some point. What clouds my vision is the BBC TV series with Alec Guinness of the George Smiley. Pretty sure it's George Smiley, isn't it? Yeah. No, it's not a George Smiley. So anyway, I'm not. So forget about what I've just said. But it's a Jean le Carré, based on a Jean le Carré novel. So that might be worthwhile to do for my book to film, and it's spine number 247. Don't know why I was. Anyway, my brain is sometimes, with this long COVID and brain fog, I mix things up very easily. This is a fabulous film. It's from the play by Robert Bolt, and it's Fred Zimmerman, who's fabulous director. I wouldn't quite say great, but good. I guess work. I come across this quite a bit when I'm reading stuff recently about film. It's like a work-a-day director. And this is A Man for All Seasons. It's film version 1966, and Wendy Hiller, who I really enjoy as an actress. Leo McKern is fabulous. That's Rumpel. Orson Welles, Robert Shaw, Susanna York, Paul Scofield, Nigel Davenport, John Hurt, Corin Redgrave. Just the list goes on of fabulous actors in here. So you can't go wrong. And that is spine number 163. This one I know next to nothing about. It sounded interesting, and well, it's a fabulous picture for the cover anyway. For the front, it's Legend of the Mountain, a film by King Hugh. It is Taiwan. It's a Taiwanese film, 1979. So it's a bit late for me, but it sounded quite interesting. Anyway, if anybody knows this film, do say something in the comments, because I've yet to watch it, so I'm not sure, but I'm quite interested in it. And as I say, 1979, Taiwanese, and that's spine number 185. Another Billy Wilder film, and some great actors. Jean Arthur's in this, and it's a foreign affair. It's a different kind of film. It has a different feel to it as well. I think it was a little more personal for Billy Wilder as well. And that's 1948. Marlene Dietrich is okay in it. I've never been a big Marlene Dietrich fan, and I know that's gonna it's not a popular thing to say. And John Lund is in it as well. And the spine number is 232. This is a film I just remember being quite quaint and interesting, but it's the actor that's in it that's got me, and because it's on Bastards of Cinema to revisit. New Leaf. It's with Walter Matthau. It is who's the director? Sorry, give me a second here. Oh, Elaine May. Written for the screen and directed by Elaine May. I don't know anything about her. She's in it as well, by the looks of it. Yeah. I just remember it being. I don't remember the story. I just remember it being quite interesting. It's 1971. So, as I say, a lot of these I have yet to revisit, or I've never seen, or they're vaguely in my memory. And this is spine number 131. This looks quite interesting. Again, this is something that I have not seen, as far as I can remember, is The White Reindeer. It's 1952. It is I'm not sure what country this is. I mean, what's where this was made, but it's Eric Blomberg. Finland. It's a Finnish film. Yeah, there we go. Finland. Yeah, Reindeer, Finland. Yeah, that makes sense. 1952, as I say. Know next to nothing about it, but it looked interesting. 203. And again, this was the idea when I was buying these in 2020 to expand into non-English films, either revisiting or looking at new ones. And here we go back to Sam Fuller, with Robert Ryan, Robert Stack, Cameron Mitchell, and Shirley Yamaguchi. This is House of Bamboo. And that's 1955 with a spine number of 217. This I remember being a really good, enjoyable film. One of those, well, it's Robert Aldrich, The Flight of the Phoenix, and it's 1965, and it stars James Stewart and Richard Attenborough, Dickie Attenborough, so you can't go wrong there. Spine number 149. This I remember being very odd. So again, when I saw that Master Cinema did this, and I go, yeah, I want to re-watch this because I'd sort of forgotten about it, but I remember it being odd. It's directed by Lindsay Anderson, and it's called If. 1969, with Malcolm McDowell, Christine Newland, Richard Woodmark. 1968. I just remember it being an odd film, but I'd like to rewatch it. Number 80, spine number 84. And yes, another odd one, I thought, from the time. It's a Luchino Visconti direction, the conversation piece, Burt Lancaster. It's an Italian film. But yeah, I just remembered this being odd but interesting. And Burt Lancaster, I've always thought he was a good actor, a strong actor. And this is 1974, if I haven't already said, and that's spine number 148. And Kuroko is the name of this film. It's a Japanese film, 1968. It's Kaneto Shindo. Not seen it. This is spine number 56. Here's two really good films by a director that, yes, I'll watch anything he has done. And the director is G.W. Pabst. And this is Western Front, 1918, and Camaradschaft, or Camaraderie, I think it is. It's 1930 for Western Front, 1918, and 31 for Camaradschaft. And they're both German. They're early German sound films. I think they were banned by the Nazis, both of them. But Georg Wilhelm Pabst, silent film director, and directed two of the best films that Louise Brooks was in, I would say, Pandora's Box and Diary of a Lost Girl. So he can't really do no wrong. I'm interested in everything he's done. And it says here, made a flawless transition from silent to sound filmmaking. And this was his first two sound films. And this is spine number 170 and 171. Again, it's ones with the slip sleeve on it. Let's see, I can't remember if the case is the same. Yeah, it is. No, they're both fabulous films if you're interested in, and that's what I mean. Like I really love early sound films, regardless. But European early sound films are fabulous. Here's another one that's really great. A Raymond Bernard direction, Wooden Crosses. It's another World War One film, but for France. 1932. Again, early sound films that are just fabulous. I really like them. And this is spine number 105. And another Sam Fuller, Pickup on South Street. And that's 1953. And that stars... Ooh. Yeah, Richard Widmark, Gene Peters, and Thelma Ritter. It's based on a book, so I might need to look that up, because that could be interesting for a book to film. And that's, 1953, spine number 111. And another Joseph L. Mankiewicz film, The Barefoot Contessa, Humphrey Bogart, and Ava Gardner. Again, it's one of these that I like Mankiewicz, but it's sort of an Italian-U.S. production, 1954, and again, I would like to revisit it. And that's spine number 186. And then we're getting down to the last ones. This is a really good, flawed, but good science fiction film. It's by Douglas Trumbull, and it's with Bruce Dern, Silent Running. As I say, it's flawed, but it is very good. And I love Huey, Dewey, and Louie. It's 1972. And the spine number is 23. And one of the best and latest. I think it's one of the latest film noirs. Classic film noirs, let's put it that way, I think, is Touch of Evil. It's an Orson Welles film. This is a fabulous collection because it's got many versions on it, and they've reconstructed Orson Welles' vision for it from his notes for the editing process. Because I'd always saw it before and I liked it, but I thought something was lacking. And then when I saw this, the restored or reconstructed, I guess it was, not restored, reconstructed version of Orson Welles' vision, it all of a sudden all fit into place. It was fabulous. It's with Orson Welles, Charlton Heston, Janet Leigh. It's just fabulous. 1958, and it's spine number 25. Almost looks like the spine is faded, but that's what happens to orange. Another great. I think it's a great film. It's a John Frankenheimer, Birdman of Alcatraz, with Burt Lancaster. It's a fabulous film. It's a whole subgenre that you could go. Burt Lancaster did quite a few prison pictures. But this is 1962. Oh, I thought, just off the top of my head, I would have said it was a bit earlier, but 1962. And it's spine number 193. I love this one. Another Billy Wilder film, but this is fabulous. Five Graves to Cairo. Frank Coates, or however you pronounce it, Tone, Ann Baxter, Akeem Tamaroff, but they miss off on the front. One of the best actors in here. It's Erich von Stroheim. He's playing Rommel. And obviously it's a Second World War film. And it's spine number 237, 1943. So it was made during the war. And again, another Billy Wilder film, but one of the best. This is the last of the Masters of Cinema, but it's one of the best, I think, film noirs. Double Indemnity. Fred MacMurray, and Barbara Stanwyck. and that's 1944. It is fabulous. I can't praise this enough. Edward G. Robinson is on it as well. So what else could you want? Barbara Stanwyck, yeah. With the blonde wig, maybe not so great, but it looked a little funny. But it's a fabulous film, and that's spine number 44. So that's it for my, I think that is, unless there's something else lurking around. But at the moment, that's it for my Masters of Cinema. But Eureka Video has put out a Eureka Classics series, and I've got a few of those. Here they are, and this was lovely. That came out a little while ago. Again, with they're doing their usual slip sleeve. It's Karloff at Columbia, and it's how many films? 6 films. Here we go. The Black Room, The Man They Could Not Hang, The Man with 9 Lives, Before I Hang, The Devil Commands, The Boogeyman Will Get You. Not all the greatest films, but they're interesting, and it's Boris Karloff, so what else do you want? It's from 1935 to 1942. It says 400 minutes on these 2 Blu-rays? Yeah, 2 Blu-rays. And they don't have any spine numbers for these. But yeah, no, that was fabulous. And here's an early sort of sound sort of film. And I mentioned this director already with in regards to Kurt Siodmak and Billy Wilder and the People on Sunday, German fabulous film, late 20s, and that's William Dieterle, and this is his Syncopation. It is a fabulous film. It's 1942. It's just that. What else can you say? It's like a lot of great music in it. Yeah, I just thought it was a fabulous film. And again, no spine number. Here's one that I remember from childhood. I really like it. I find it a sweet film, and it's very sentimental, and it's nostalgic for me. It's Born Free. Virginia McKenna and Bill Travers. And that was 1966. 1966. Good year. Another really good film I enjoyed watching. Who directed? Sorry, who directed this? It's well, it's based on the book by Joy Adamson. It was produced by Sam Jaffe, directed by James Hill. And here's Khartoum. It's got Charlton Heston, Laurence Olivier, Richard Johnson, and Ralph Richardson. And I think a very young Jenny Agutter, if I remember right. And this is 1966 as well. And it is... let me see, directed by Basil Dearden. I'm not that familiar with it, but it's Khartoum. And I enjoy it as a venture film. And here's another great science fiction film, which I will be doing in the next few months as science fiction book to film, and that is Journey to the Center of the Earth with Pat Boone, James Mason and Arlene Dahl. That's 1959, and that was directed by Henry Levin. Again, I'm not that well versed with that director, and it's based on the Jules Verne novel, 1959. And I love this. Another science fiction film. I love this. It's one of the is it 50s or 60s? Yeah, it's 60s, 1964, I think. Robinson Crusoe on Mars. Just love that cover as well. The slip thing. I'm trying to see here who's directed by Byron Haskin. Don't know. It's just I enjoyed it. I really enjoy it as science. One of the few sort of 1960s science fiction films that I enjoy. It almost has the feel of 1950s to a certain extent, but it's a bit late for that. So we're getting down. Yeah, there's two more. A fabulous film here, The Miracle Worker, with Anne Bancroft and Patty Duke. It's the story of Helen Keller, and just really, really well done. It's a fabulous film. It's directed by Arthur Penn, and was done in 1962. Fabulous film. And last but not least is Veronica Lake and Robert Preston. Well, and what's his name? Alan Ladd. God, I couldn't remember his name. This Gun for Hire. And that was based on the Graham Greene novel Gun for Sale, I think it was. It's a good novel. It's differences for the film, but it was still good. 1942, another film noir. And I think it was their first pairing. It's the first pairing of Veronica Lake and Alan Ladd. A really good film. Anyway, that ends my Masters of Cinema and Eureka Classics. Just a small handful of the Eureka Classics, which I hope to get a few more. It's a line that has just started recently. So next time I will do... I might be able to get all... Well, I might have to split it up in two. But my next one will be Criterion Collection. And I don't have a huge amount of those, but still, they're worth showing. Anyway, take care, BookTube. I hope all is well.